Bienvenidos amigos de YouTube, soy César González y hoy les comparto esta entrevista que le hice a Michael Sweet. Espero que les guste.
Hello, Michael Sweet. How are you?
I'm good. I've been very busy, working hard, and obviously we're approaching Christmas, Thanksgiving and Christmas here, and just starting to prepare for stepping into 2021, which is hard to believe.
Even the Devil Believes is an amazing album, and I think all the fans are loving it. Did you expect that response from the fans?
Yes, the response has been incredible. You go into a new album not really knowing what to expect. We hope for the best, we shoot for the best, we give our all when we record, and that's never changed. But still, you don't know how it's going to be perceived by the fans. It could go down as the best, it could go down as not as good as the last, and you just never know. But this album really seems to have connected with the fans. And from what I'm seeing so far on YouTube and all the comments, fans really seem to like this album. And that's really encouraging because we worked very hard on it. We have a new bass player. So it's very important for Perry, obviously. And it's a great album to show the world we're here, we're back, we have a new bassist, and here's what we can do with this team, with this new recharged, refreshed Stryper. It's really cool.
I know you write most of the lyrics of the Stryper albums, but when you're in a studio, and how often are you to listen and include ideas from the other guys, from Robert, us, and Perry?
Well, I'm open to ideas. I sent out a text message asking guys for ideas on the songs. It's just that the way it's always worked in this band is I've always written most of not just the lyrics, but the music as well. If you go back to the Yellow and Black Attack, I think I wrote out of the original 6 songs, 5 of the songs, and then you go to Soldiers Under Command. I think I wrote 9 of those songs. To Hell with the Devil, same thing. My thing has always been writing and being a songwriter and crafting a song.
I heard that Invitation Only was supposed to be a song for a Hello album.
That was a song that I wrote back in 1989. And it was a song that we had actually rehearsed and worked out for the album Against the Law. And some people might not believe that because it's very different from the other material on Against the Law, but it's true. We rehearsed it and we were going to release that on that album. We actually recorded the basic tracks. We just never finished it. I couldn't finish the melody and the lyrics for some reason. I got hung up on that song. That's one of the songs over the years that for some reason it just got the best of me and I could not finish it. So I decided to, when I was writing this album, pull it off the shelf and dust it off and start working with it again. And I was able to finish it very quickly. And interestingly enough, it wound up having a very 80s sound to it, obviously. It was written in the 80s. And it gives fans very throwback, retro 80s sound and feel, for sure. Really cool song.
I'm thinking that you have this amazing album, but you can go on tour because of this COVID-19. So it's like being a kid with a toy and not being able to use it. How do you feel about it?
Well, we're really excited about the album. Obviously, we can't go out and tour. We release an album typically, and then we'll go out. If it gets released in October, November of one particular year, the next year we're out touring and working that album. We're not able to do that this time around. We have to wait when it's safe to go out and tour and take the music out there on a live platform to the world, to the fans. But you know what? We're still really just as excited about the album as we have been about any other album. We are super thrilled at the response. People seem to be connecting with the songs and connecting with the videos, and you know, I think we're approaching a million views on our "Do Unto Others" video in just over, you know, five or 6 weeks, which is really unheard of for us. Usually it takes us a year or two to reach 1 million views. So that's really quite an accomplishment. We're really happy about that. You know, everything charted really high and it's been doing really well. The reviews have been incredible, but we obviously look forward to getting out and touring these songs, performing them live, and seeing how they connect with the audience in a live format, because you know, we've got some great anthems like "For God and Rock and Roll." "Make Love Great Again" is going to be, there's so many songs in this album that are going to really, really be fun to play live and to see the audience participation as we perform them.
Do you miss being on tour?
I'll be honest with you. I really love to tour. The thing I love about touring is meeting people, being able to give them a hug, shake their hands, hear their stories, pray with them, and spend some one-on-one time. Even though it's brief and it's short and it's quick, that's the thing I love about touring. The thing I don't like about touring is lugging 20 suitcases through the airport at 4 a.m. to get on a 5 a.m. flight. You know, that's the stuff that gets, it's exhausting. It can really wear you out. And we're not teenagers, you know, we're getting up there in age. So it gets a little bit more difficult physically to get through that. But I wouldn't change it. I do miss touring. I miss connecting with people. I miss meeting people. I miss the one-on-one experience with all of the fans and the friends worldwide.
In Latin America, you have been in Costa Rica, Mexico, Argentina, Peru, Brazil, and I think Bolivia and Venezuela. Is there any difference that between fans in Latin America and fans all over the world?
Oh, no. It's definitely a different energy everywhere we go. You know, like Japan, for example, they have an incredible energy, but it's very short-lived. So in other words, after we perform a song, they'll explode with applause, and then they'll stop on a dime 5 seconds later. So,
Is there a country in Latin America that you would like to visit again? Maybe Costa Rica?
well, I mean, not because I'm talking to you, but obviously Costa Rica, because we've only been there once. It's been a long time, you know, so you're talking about almost 20 years ago. So we have to make our way back to Costa Rica for sure, because I'll never forget what an incredible experience that was.
Now, when you came to Costa Rica, Stryper was officially separated. Can you tell me if that concert had something to do with the official reunion a couple of years later?
Yeah, I mean, we, you know, we were not technically a band back when we performed in Costa Rica. It was just supposed to be a one-off. And I think that's what opened the door to us, you know, reuniting officially as a band in 2004. Then we released our first album as a band this time around, the second run, called Reborn, and that came out in 2005. So I think Costa Rica played a big part in that. And I think these really led to, they opened the door for us to get back together again as a band. There's no question about it. And again, this is another powerful statement and reason why we have to get back to Costa Rica. I know we have a lot of fans there. I hear from them, and I read their comments and I respond to them. And man, it breaks my heart to know that it's been 20 years almost that we haven't returned. So we got to get back.
Now that you mentioned Reborn, you are working to re-release Reborn in a different way this time. What can you tell us about that project?
Well, Reborn is a very special album to me. And, you know, obviously Stryper released it, and I think it's great. And I'm very happy that that was the first album we released. A lot of people said it didn't sound like a Stryper album. And I have to agree with them because there are reasons for that. It was actually not a Stryper album. It was recorded and written as a solo album back in the early 2000s. And I went on to basically secure a record deal. And I was getting ready to sign the deal, and I played the album for the guys. They really liked it. And we started discussing how we could make it a Stryper album. And that's what we eventually did. But it still was something in the back of my mind. I always wanted to release the original version as well, just for fun, you know, just so fans could hear the original version, which is it's going to surprise a lot of fans. I'm adding guitar solos. I've added a few high notes, not very many, just a few. And I really think when people hear this version, that they're going to really, really, really love it. I'm excited. I can't wait for people to hear it. It's like a recharge of the album, almost to the point where it almost sounds like a new album. It's refreshed, and it's exciting when I listen to it now. It's so cool.
Is going to be released this year or next year?
I don't know. It's a good question. Probably not till next year. Probably January or February. I'll release it. We've got a few things we're working on now. I've got the new Stryper album. I don't want to step on the toes of that. We've got a new Stryper live album. We recorded in video and audio for Even the Devil Believes, start to finish. So we're going to be releasing that within the next 4 weeks, probably. That's the goal.
We almost ran out of time, so would you like to share some final thoughts with the Latin fans that are watching us?
Yeah, I mean, I would just like to encourage everybody. I mean, it's a really interesting. It's been an interesting year, and these are very interesting times. There's a lot of fear in people, uncertainty, people wondering, oh my gosh, what's going on? Even if they're not saying it, most people are thinking it, and it can depress you. It can bring you down. It can rob your joy. But I just want to encourage people to trust God and to know and believe that He has a plan and He's in control and everything's going to work out. You know, the times ahead are going to be incredible. And you just have to believe that. You know, we're in a storm right now, you know, but storms come and they go. They come in with the fury, and then they pass. And then you look up and there's blue skies. Those times are coming, even though it may not seem like it right now. So just keep trusting God, keep believing, keep living, stay healthy, stay safe. And I can't wait to see you guys at a Stryper show very soon. Thank you, Cesar, and thank you for your time. And I'll talk to you soon, my friend. Take care. God bless.
Bueno, esto fue la entrevista con Michael Sweet, espero que les haya gustado. Si es así, denle like, compartan el video para que más personas la puedan ver y muchas gracias por todo, nos vemos la próxima.